Okay, thank you for tuning in again, and I'm sorry for the interruption. Like I said, this was not scheduled in any kind of way to record. Spirit just brought me here to say something of whatever it is that's going to come up in this storyline depiction. So we continue here. Yes. So so there's a lot of overwhelm. I feel like it's a strong overwhelm. Like, oh, I have many of the divine feminine energies just tired and just like at this place of a space that needs to be purged too, is what I'm hearing. Like, you can't hold on in faith and be mad or be disappointed or have this leveling of expectancy to receive or want to race or rush certain kind of things. Or it's just, I'm tired of waiting, I'm tired of being patient, you know, and letting go. Oh, letting go does not mean letting go like in frustration, because that's just going to cycle on back to you. That's why it's on repeat too, because you're not really letting go. You're letting go because you're frustrated. You're not letting go for all the right reasons. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, let's turn back time. Saturn in retro. Let's tell the truth here. Okay. And here I have the divine feminine now coming up into play. And remember, this has nothing to do with gender specifics. It's the energy at play. The feminine energy. Turning back time. Telling the truth this time. Okay. Ouroboros. Ouroboros theme. Everything comes back into full circle, right? Everything comes back into full circle. And maybe there's a leveling of honesty that needs to still be brought to the surface into your conscious awareness, okay? About whatever has taken place in the past that may have hurt you. Like this unrequited love kind of theme. Taking it so personally. Taking it so personally. Still, that is the purge for you to have come up. Taking it so personally. Okay? And looking at the divine masculine energy and whatever it is that they're not gifting or giving or open to having with you, or the constant back and forth, or the disappearing, the ghosting, the denial, all this kind of stuff, taking it personally. Okay? There's so much to look forward to. And it's hard. It's hard when you want what you want, when you want what you want. Also, what am I hearing? I heard something right now, and because I was talking, it's just like, that's how fast sometimes it goes. It's not an emergency. Lend a hand. Okay. But, yeah, it's time to clean up your mess. Okay. So, you have to understand that there's so much that can be received all at once, especially when you're doing collective, generic reads such as these, because there's so many energies that'll shift through, and then you'll pick up little parts too, and then you're supposed to find what resonates, let go what doesn't, and just, you know, keep it moving, keep on going forward. But there's a certain development of healing. Trust. There's no trust due to experiences. Like, how do I trust when I feel this way? But you got to remember that you feel this way based off of a yesterday. Okay? based off of a yesterday, that does not necessarily apply today. And remember, whatever state of evolution you are on and the work that you do for you, it goes into the collective too. And you know, I mean, let's speak some truth. You can see or feel or know when someone's working on their evolution. If you see no change and everything is still exactly the same way, let's not be stubborn in our ways, okay? Yeah. Trust. Maybe you were played. Maybe there was third parties. Maybe you've never been the chosen one. Maybe you've been dismissed. And that hurts. That hurts like hell. To not be chosen. That part of taking it personally, I feel is what's being brought up here right now. Like that sense of self-worth. To still feel rejected. As if there was something with you that was not enough. As if maybe you imagined the connection. That's not true. And remember, anything that anybody does to you is a reflection of them. But you cannot determine what the reflection is. You can only determine what the reflection is for yourself. Whatever it triggers in you to bring up to the forefront for yourself, that's a revelation all on its own for you. Not necessarily the truth of why someone does whatever it is that they do. You see what I'm saying? So, like, for example, I have a connection that I made with another, right? And it's undeniable to me, you see. And yet, this person acts as if nothing is mutually shared. They go on without any care, right? But yet, I feel what I feel. And so the reciprocation is not there. But yet, am I sharing? That's a whole other subject and topic to discuss. Because most times we do not act in the way that we should towards others out of fear-based mind thinking that causes us to put up a mask to act in another way. It's like, here's another example, even though I didn't finish the other one. I have a crush on somebody, right? I have this crush on somebody, and every time I see them, I act like nothing. Because the vulnerability I feel by feeling something as so real that I cannot allow for this person to see that side of me, because they act all nonchalant and cool. And so I gotta do that too. Mirror, mirror. Right? So there's a lot of things that are left unsaid. Waters uncharted, like, you know. And so however they act towards us, or, you know, he or she or whatever the case may be, however another acts towards us, we receive as like this rejection, let's say, or that simply they're not interested in that kind of way, and then everybody goes on their merry way. And yet we're left with this longing feeling inside, like a missed connection in our life kind of thing. And all it could really be is the different levelings and spacings each are on at that time that do not align with one another. It's like everything coming full circle. It's like having that high school crush. All through your high school years, you had this crush on this person who dated everybody. You were their friend. So all those unrequited love moments, because you're crushing so hard and you're like, oh my goodness, like, how does this person not see that it's me? I feel this way about he or she. And then life goes on. You get to never explore that feeling, that connection, because everything was so bright, right? When you were together, you were there, you were friends. You were like, okay, I can't have him this way. Let me be their friend this way. And it hurts to watch and see. But you sit there in this kind of silence and you just bleed from the inside out. And you just watch from the sidelines as they go on with their life. And then you go on with yours. And then 10 years later, guess who comes and knocking on that door? And you're just like, what? How? What? How? So, I don't know who that was for, but yeah, that just went totally off, like, but whatever. So what I'm getting from the divine masculine at this time, the divine masculine energy is a sense of overwhelm with whatever commitments they currently have right now. And in their mind, there's a lot of options for the divine feminine at this time. There's a lot of things going on, and so this race against this illusion of time. And in the meantime, what's coming up and being triggered for the divine feminine at this time is that sense of whatever frustration she might be experiencing right now, purging that somehow and identifying it a little bit deeper as to what is the cause of these effects. Am I healing, taking things personally still, and healing in that kind of forgiveness kind of state? Meanwhile, that's not what it is. See, to fault someone else for making you feel a type of way, granted, unless they like went at you, fine. But like in the realms of the heart and stuff like that, and choices that we make, you cannot fault another for not doing what you want. Love is free. Love is unconditional. Love has no boundaries. Love is deep. Okay? We got the Saturn retrograde playing in our relationship intimate fields right now. There's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be triggered to now. Feel. Even jealousy, I hear, is real. Not knowing certain things can cause one to imagine certain things off of fear-based thinking, mindsets that need to be purged. Okay? It's time for you to decide the outcome of what your love story is going to be like, feel like. Okay? Be like, feel like. Without taking any offense. Take no offense. That's going to be the title of this. Take no offense to whatever is coming up right now that is being triggered What happened? That's being triggered by your love. Because entering union, there should be no toxicities that hurt the foundation being built. I know I went a little bit around all over the place with that because, like I said, there's a lot of stuff happening right now. Stop and take a real good look at how you're feeling, how you're healing, and how you're dealing with a lot of stuff. And be thankful. Be thankful for the entire experience. Some advice: change the scenery, redecorate, throw out stuff, get new stuff, paint the wall, go outside, go outside, go outside, and drop it. Drop the nonsense. Drop the mask. Drop the denial. Drop the attacks. Drop the defense. Drop whatever issue you think you have at this time and just drop it. Five again comes up. Touch is important. I'm hearing that for some. And the strength that you need to muster up for these coming weeks. There's going to be a surprise for many in regards to love. Swords will be put down. This final purge coming into town is to further solidify and awaken you to the excitement that romance can brew. Here's an apple. Here's a fruit. There's love for you. This is truth. Beautiful. So allow whatever needs to come up at this time to come up. Look it in the mirror. Identify it. And then transmute it. For the sun will come out tomorrow. So you gotta hang on to tomorrow. There's a love story here. Choices are being made, my dears. He's thinking about his next step. Chariot. I heard this weekend some kind of chat is going to take place. But remember, there's no such thing as time. This is a timeless message. Okay. Our intuitions are on high. Let's tune into our inner guides at this time as we allow ourselves to be spanked. Anywho, thank you for tuning in with Enchantress the Babbler. That's me on this evolutionary high of a golden time. 1919. I just saw it 20. So 1919 is 9, 10, 2, 2, union, 2. Okay. Let's open our hearts just a little bit more. Make sure to check me out on enchantingbabble.blogspot.com. Also, check out Craft Tunes, okay? It's a mom and me solo production that I'm really excited about. If you're interested in receiving a reading by me and my daughter, you can email me at eastmeetswestspiritualservices@gmail.com. Also, check me out on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. And you can check out my daughter too at Luxurette, LUXURETT. Thank you for tuning in with me. I appreciate all of you so much. Drop it, guys. Drop it like it's hot.